Hey guys, it's Allison here, and I am about to start my load layout for day number, what are we, 6? I think this is the 6th of February. And I've just pulled out all the photos I had put aside in my album for December 23rd. And I have a lot of photos here because apparently it was a busy day. We went out to my sister-in-law's place and had some family fun time, and then we went out to this greenhouse that they've converted, and they have this massive light show. So I have lots and lots of photos in different sizes and all sorts of things to work with. Also, I had one large 6x8 page protector, and then one that is divided into 2x2 pockets. I think I'm going to still try and use this, and I'll probably cut some of the photos up to fit. But I am going to need more page protectors. So I am going to start with one with the 2 4x6 pockets. So let me grab that. So I've got that ready to go. I think this feels like a day where maybe I can use some special paper. So I might even add in one of the, because there's a piece of acetate. I haven't broken out, I haven't used this vellum either, and I'll put it aside like on my desk, and I might use this, but this is the acetate. So I think I might cut a sheet the same size as one of these pockets, and then I can put some photos on that. There's a nice photo of our family, which I think would be quite nice on this. Or because it's got numbers, I could use this photo of my mother-in-law with all her grandchildren. She likes to do this every year, line everybody up by height, and she watches her progress down the line. And it is her hope that eventually she will end up at the end of the line. Everyone will be taller than her. So I don't know, numbers seems like a good thing for that. So I'm going to start by cutting that to size. Because it is acetate, so see-through, I will have to figure out a way to embellish the front and the back. I think I might. Previously I cut this in the protector, and I might do that again. This is almost the right size. Okay, so then I'm going to take this out of the plastic so I can punch holes in it. Okay, that's the front. Just gonna make them a little bit bigger because otherwise this will stick a bit. I don't think I made that any bigger. So the holes are going to be a little bit ugly looking, but it'll help the page turn better in my album. If I can get that off. Okay. So let's just see what that looks like in here. I haven't done anything like this yet in this book, so it might be a little bit strange to have it sort of all the way at the back. Well, the very first, like my opening page is not in a page protector, but I haven't really been doing anything else that's kind of different. But yeah, I like that. Okay. And we are going to start that might be kind of fun to have on the front. It's a party. Or I can have that one. I think I'll cut this one down to a square, back it with paper that size, because I think I got these all printed off at Costco, and they didn't do a 4x4, which is what I really wanted, but they just did a 5 by whatever that is, which I might trim down a tiny bit. So if I have some paper backing it, then I can put this on the back, have this on the front with a border of paper, and then the photo on the back won't be so obvious. And then I've got this, and I can back that with something on the back side. That's the thing about using a see-through paper, is that you've got to think about both sides of your paper, because they're both going to show. This one seems appropriate. Not loving how the photo looks on it though. Okay, a couple of different options. Night sky. Top's not bad, the bottom, because the bottom is so much darker, there's not a lot of contrast there. Or trees. Nope, I don't like that at all. Look at this side. Nope. Plaid. No, not loving that. Back to this one, which is not great, but what about some craft? I had pulled this one out to use on the my baking one, and I didn't. Oh yeah, I like that better. In fact, I can use both. Okay. Stick it and commit it. That's what we say, right? And then I'm bringing in the colors in my number here, because this has got a little bit of craft, sort of shadow on the white number against that turquoisey blue. And now I gotta make sure that this is the same size. So let's maybe cut this first, hey? Get this adhered to my acetate. Now also in, what's this? Merry Christmas from our family to yours. Do we want to add it in here somewhere, or do we want to just tuck it into one of those pockets? And we're going to put it right back where it was. Okay. I will probably add some embellishments to that, but I want to get this side figured out first. And I think I have one of these little squares that says "Be Merry" or something. That seems like an appropriate thing to put with a photo of a cocktail. Let's try and make this straight. Just gotta find it. Merry and bright. Or a very Merry Christmas to you. I'm gonna need something a little bit bigger to back that with. Trick is to line it up perfectly so it doesn't show from either side. I think I'm managing them okay. I just want to take a look and make sure that I don't need to trim this down any. Yeah, that'll be just fine. So what I'm going to do is actually get sort of my main photos and papers in place, and then I'm going to come back and do all the embellishing at the end. Okay, so that's first page. Then I think I'm going to go to my divided page protector. And I've got this photo. And put it down there with a journaling card. So it's the insert happiness there thing doesn't really work, but I can fill it with journaling and then just cover that with a bit of paper layering, because that always works, right? I've got some red, so I can bring in some red there. And maybe a Peace on Earth, Christmas wishes. What I have on my desk here. Not a ton. Scraps, lots of scraps. Okay, or yes, let's do some stamping. I always forget about these. Okay, I'm going to cut this down, but I just want to figure out how long I want it in there. I think I actually want it to start and end with red. Get that nice contrast. And then I can add some stamping. I think I'm going to do this one in black. Hopefully it stamps over the layers there. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to do the word Mary in red. I kind of want them sort of on top of each other a little bit. Let's figure out the best place for it. Oh, we're just going to do it. Yeah, that works. Okay. It's not as horrible as I was thinking it might be. Okay, I can add something there, but first I'm going to do my journaling. Okay. I want something there. Definitely not from my journaling Christmas kit, but I think this calls for a little bit of gold. And then I can keep it out and I can add it other places. Still feel like I need more stuff. Maybe a flower. And I haven't used pop dots in a while, so let's put some of those on this. Give it a bit of dimension. Everything's feeling a bit flat, really. And right now everything's sort of paper. I mean, I got a little bit of that glitter tape, but I need something with a bit of a different texture. But I think I will do all that at the end. So I think that's good for now. I'm just going to tuck that in here. Keep it safe. I do want to add a label. Yeah, I'm not sure about dream big. Yeah, maybe just love. There we go. Be all smarmy. Okay, we'll come back, add some dimensional bits in a bit. Okay, flipping that over. I could use that, but I think I have quite a few photos in here, so let's just see what I have. I know I've got these big square ones, which are going to have to go somewhere else. I do have that one. And this one. Okay. What can we add to these? I think a couple of labels. I'd like to start bringing in, there's quite a bit of blue and green in the other photos. So I'm going to cut out a blue label and a green label. Maybe even both colors of green. This has been a very useful sheet of paper. I am really glad that Chamelle's brain works the way it does, and she included it. So let's just tuck these away for now. I've got so many photos. Gotta get sorted. Okay, so let's. I've already got that one, so I really don't need to repeat it, I don't think. So I'm just gonna put that one away. There's that one. Okay. Now this is going to be tricky because these are 2 by 2. This is 5 by 5. Pretty sure this is 2 by 2. Well, let's double check. Yeah. And if I cut that right there, it goes right through my daughter's face. So that's not good. Okay, let's do this big one, because this one doesn't totally matter. It's Allison. So I was realizing that the video was getting very long and very boring, and I was having a hard time putting this together. I think just because there were so many pictures and it was so many sort of pages. So I turned the camera off and I just kind of finished getting the pictures in that I wanted. So now I will go back and I'll add some embellishments. But first I'm going to show you what I've done. Okay, so we put this one together, and I will go back and highly edit this video because yeah, it was getting long and boring. Anyways, that's the sort of opening page for the 23rd, and then the back side. these two line up so you can't see any ugliness from one side or the other. And then we've got a picture of Grandma with all the grandkids. And on the back of that, 2 4x6 photos, sort of the group shot, and then my kids. And then we've got this. This is where I had to turn the camera off because this was really starting to frustrate me. And then this is also why I don't scrapbook in little teeny tiny pocket pages, because they're kind of irritating. So I had one photo that was actually 5x5, and I cut it down. I had to keep the sort of 5-inch width because just the way it was framed, but I cut it down to 4 inches so that it would fit along the bottom half, and then I have backed it with a piece of pattern paper, and I put that up here as well. I had another 3x4 photo up there, which realistically I probably could have trimmed to 2x2, but whatever, or 2x4. And then I added one of the little squares that I've been using to decorate this whole album. And then in this one, I added my little gold 23 circle, punched a circle out of the blue starry paper, and have a label back there. And then on the back, I chopped up one of the 4x6 journaling cards. I hacked our faces in half. It's not great, but whatever. The picture's in my album now. And then 2 of these little 2x2 squares. And then this is the one that's going to go in the 6x8 pocket. So I've got 2 more 3x4 photos, and I just cut a piece of pattern paper to back them on. And then this was from the pattern paper with all the frames on it, so I've cut out 2 to use for my journaling. This has got some space, so I need to fill in that gap. And then I used the star that I cut out, I think it was yesterday, and didn't use. So I've added that to start my embellishment there. And then on the back is the large 6x8 photo of my girls with Santa. And I used the other star that I cut out yesterday and just layered it with another of the frames and a tag that I stamped with the stamp set, and then just some gold letters. So that's where we're at. So now it is a matter of adding a few finishing touches. Starting here. Now I have to remember that if I add any embellishments that go off the edge, I need to duplicate it on the back, and I'm okay with that. I do have one more frame that might be kind of fun just to kind of start the whole story, so I might add it in here. What I will do is cut it in half, and that way I know I have something for the back. I'm going to use my double-sided tape because it's going onto the acetate. I'm not quite sure how well that will stick. I think I kind of want it in here. Yeah. And then before I put that onto the back, I want to find something for in here. I wonder if I could use a paper clip actually. Now that I've stuck it down. No, okay. So this is kind of my embellishment pile. I was thinking that I would put the word glow somewhere. I know it says it there, and I do feel like I need it somewhere else. I might put it onto these photos. Not quite sure yet. I haven't been adding a lot of titles to a lot of these spreads, so I'm not sure that I need a title there. But I have used the gold letters on the Santa picture, so I kind of feel like I need to bring them back. So let's just see what it would look like. I think think I can probably put them along the bottom of the photo, and I'm not really covering anything up. It's just jackets. It's not faces, right? I did learn from the Santa photo that these letter stickers do kind of leave a pink residue if you start pulling them up a bit. Okay. I just want to pull them down a little bit and maybe move it across. Or maybe I want to start it out here. You know what? I think I do. Because there's even less, there's less stuff in the photo over here. Honestly, it's just me and my giant purse. I have one of those mom purses that is quite magical and never ending and bottomless and all that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, I think that works. But I still need something right in here. I've already used my little number. Maybe there is something. Well, here, I tried to use Happy Day before. I could use it here. I don't think the big jewels are really what I'm looking for, but I could use some sequins. Okay, I think that's good. Now let's turn it over, and we just need to add this back here. Perfect match, but I think it'll be okay. Kind of want a little bit more adhesive in that corner because this is not in a page protector. I want to make sure that this all stays down really good. And I can put some red sequins back here. This is a very red page. And then, what do I have in my cold letters? It says now. Cocktail me. I don't want them lined up like that. Maybe I just need a smaller size, like a little one. tongue-in-cheek. So it's hello beautiful. Okay, I've got one done, and I'm actually going to put it into my book as I finish. Get it out of the way. Next, so I've started on this one. Okay. Thank you for joining me. I know this was a longer video than normal. They are not all going to be that long. I don't have that kind of time these days to put into it. And this was a lot longer than I thought I was going to spend on today's layout. But I will be back tomorrow with day number 7, and it is Christmas Eve, so that'll be exciting. And I don't think that this is something that I'm really going to do again unless I have a very different plan, like chopping up a big photo or something. Okay, thanks guys. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.